Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi, we're here interviewing Alex. She is person of the park, and we decided to go ahead and ask her about some knowledge and things that she can tell us that can possibly help progress with how we can help progress in human evolution and society. So tell us, Alex, how has poverty, crime issues, addiction, mental illness, or anything that has stigmatized your life, how have you had that? Have you had any of this?
Well, so if you talk about poverty, I mean, this sounds kind of obnoxious, but I went to like an Upper East Side private nun school, horribleness, where everyone there was like had like a huge mansion, or like you suck. And so I was always like very like money conscious. So that was always like a really weird thing. But not only that, but like since 9th grade I've been diagnosed with like all the shit, like depression, anxiety, not schizophrenia, but like they convinced me that I was, and I was like,
okay, so doctors,
like
bipolar. This is another issue, I believe. Doctors are handing out diagnoses like crazy. They are prescribing drugs like candy. They are candy coating the drugs. In fact, there are great flavored sort of amphetamine for children. This is real, and this is happening, and it's wrong. And I think that there's a lot of misdiagnosis going on just for the corrupt power and greed and money making of big pharma. And I feel like you have been a part of this because you've been diagnosed so many things. And how do you feel about that? How do you feel about being diagnosed like or whatever else?
It kind of sucks.
Multitude of diagnoses.
Well, it kind of sucks, but then in a way, it's kind of like the idea of like you have a thought in your mind. It's like like your mental thoughts are very different than like your verbal thoughts. Like English language is a barrier, it's not the same thing that you can translate out.
Right.
So, oh fuck.
Like, so we were talking about how you have sort of we have some sort of stigmatism going on, and I'd like you to elaborate on what sort of stigmatism you have been subject to and how you get past it day to day. Because there's so many people suffering from stigmatism, such as like being homeless, being addicted, being mentally ill, and people. How do you get past it? How do you live day to day?
Well, like people at school right now, they normally tend to laugh at me because like I plan on being a clown one day. So therefore, like I live to entertain, and they started laughing at me because they're like, I'm making fun of you, Nina. And I was like, I'm making fun of me too. And
That's right.
one day,
you laugh at yourself. That's a great. No.
And then one day they were just like, Nina, like, do you like when we make fun of you? And I was like, yeah, I want to be a clown one day. You're just feeding my ego. Like, that's the goal. And they're like, do you like when people talk about you? I'm like, yeah, that means I won. Like, I'm in their heads. They have to think of things to say about me. And so ever since then, now, like, some kids will just be like, and Nina, and we annoy this kid Jonas, and we'll like shove pistachios down his shirt, which I always pistachios are on me.
Who are some of your personal role models, like who you look up to? Okay, and also, what do you think about the elite and leaders of society that lead us? What do you think about them? And who in particular? Who influences you the most? Or influences society rather?
Who influences me the most?
Does anybody?
Right.
Amelia Earhart.
Yeah. Okay. Possible. Yes, I've always inspired to be her. Like I always wear big pants and a crop top, except right now, Hot Michael is wearing my pants because like he got honey on it, so I'm wearing my other pants. But I know the words the naked mole rap. I've always wanted to be impossible. So like it's
So we're talking about progression of evolution and how leaders of this whole revolution towards greater evolution is these stigmatized characters and how they need to be harnessed for the betterment of society, and how each one of them are usually either artists or people with great intellect. Some are too damaged from the exterior world to be as smart as they are, or really show it, or go to school or anything, because we accept money here to get education and to get anything really. So what it is just trying
ultimate goal is to have my own traveling circus.
Traveling circuit. That sounds sweet as fuck.
But even if I just end up working in the circus one day, it'll be all fine. I never really wanted a kid, but I figured I feel like I will have one. And I asked my friend Kiwi, and I was like, yo, could you be the Uncle Kiwi to my kids? And if they don't want to live the circus life, I don't want to make them do something they don't never wanted to do. You know, I don't want them to regret their childhood. So then they would stay with their Uncle Kiwi, and he would just like raise my kids for me, and they would still love me because they'd be like, yo, my mom's in town, she's in the circus.
Okay, so talk about what you think that homeless people, people stigmatized, marginalized characters in society, what they want. What do they want?
This is what they want.
Okay, and what does this do? What does this do? What does it make?
Yo,
What does this do?
what is happening?
Alright. So tell us, what do we want? What do you want? What does this make?
Yeah, everyone just like wants to feel normal, man.
Normal.
Like straight up, when you're like a sad person and they bring you to the doctor like 20 times more a month than you're actually supposed to, then like that doesn't make you feel normal. Like I went to school and they were like, we're gonna try to integrate you back to normal life. I was like, okay.
Okay.
But every single lunch period I got was taken away. They took me out of all of my extracurriculars and they like made me quit everything and they're like, not until you're better. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like,
Alright, man, who's to determine what is normal? Is it the pharmaceutical companies that say people need this or not pharmaceutical? Is it the doctors who's to decide? And these doctors are crazy. Okay, you get these doctors going into these fields because they're crazy and they want to feel normal.
Child services is called in my house because every little thing I said was like escalated. So I was like, yeah, I guess my house is all cluttered. And they were like, you can't walk through the doors because the doors are so cluttered. And I was like, I don't know, like, I don't know. So like, oh yeah, my mom's normally at her boyfriend's house, and they're like, Nina's mom has never been home for multiple days, and like leaves Nina stranded alone.
So they
I know,
exaggerate.
and not only that, they're like, have you ever tried weed or like, have you ever tried drugs or alcohol? And I was like, oh, I'll drink occasionally with my friends, and I smoked weed once or twice. And they wrote on the paper, Nina's a heavy smoker and a heavy drinker and can't get past like 2 hours of a day without being under some influence. And I was like, what?
What?
Like, that's not true.
It's not right.
I'm only like lit right now because it's Saturday night and because I'm lit.
Alright, Alex, what the hell are your dreams? I'm curious. What are your dreams?
The ultimate dream for
What's your
me-
greatest desire? I'm asking. Greatest desire in life.
The ultimate dream for me is I want to create like the comfort and homey feeling that I don't have for everyone else.
So comfort.
So like I want my circus family, all the weirdos. I'm Peter Pan and it's all my lost boys. Like I want everyone to just be weird and live with me and like
So you're trying
I'm
to make
normally
the world more
I'm
lovable
normally a
and happy.
polyamorous person, except right now I think I'm dating the guy who gave me the sandwich.
That's great.
Like, you know, like everyone just love each other. Don't confine it to people. Like spread it. Everyone just be you and enjoy being you.
And tell us how you see the future going for not only just
Proceed.
so
Come on, hurry up.
we're talking about what you think the future is like.
Keep going. Cat. Keep going.
All right. So we're here on the scene, and a person has been persecuted by some white cops. And let's see what's going on.
Wait, would you
No, but keep asking
would you
questions.
like some sandwich?
No. Would I like some sandwich?
Keep asking.
Thanks.
Would you like some
Okay,
sandwich?
so
After the interview.
what are the greatest needs of society today? We believe. We asked what are her greatest needs, and we figured out that she needs to be. What? What are your greatest needs again? Circus. Okay, her greatest need is to make the world happy. That's the greatest concern of hers. And so
Let
the
her.
greatest concern of society, or the greatest need of society, is to be normal and to feel accepted. And what's going on over here? I don't know what's happening. But
they're mad at James because he's drunk.
So, those drunkards. What are you going to do?
James is the best person ever. Yo, I love him.
Alright.
Keep going.
Hopefully, through the exterior of
No,
a
but keep
sort of-
interviewing him.
Yeah. So, how do you think his harsh exterior leads him to progress?
Well, James' exterior is that he doesn't notice that things he does are wrong until he does them. So he shook my friend's mom's hand and like almost broke her hand, and he just thought it was a normal handshake. But like, no, it wasn't a normal handshake. Like, he almost broke her hand, and he was just like, what? Like, I'm sorry, man. Like, I didn't know I did that wrong.
Alright.
What happened?
What's going on?
So, we want to feel normal and feel accepted. And we feel that by being happy, we can do that. And, she's going to make the world a better place by being happy and spreading her happiness, feeding her ego. And we should take this as a great lesson. Feed thine ego, therefore we are God.
I'm not God. I'm Messiah.
You're a piece of God, right? You listen to God. She is light.
My phone is buzzing. I thought it was dead. I'm so weird about my mouth full. Yeah, I'm adorable.
Alright. How do you feel we can progress in evolution as it stands? Should I not say it before?
We can progress in evolution by creating one mega race and one mega language, and everyone is in unison. So everyone can make racist jokes, everyone can make any type of offensive thing they want to make, because everyone's going to be equally offended, because everyone will be the same. That is my opinion. If we keep like I wanted to get dreadlocks, my sister was like, no, it's cultural appropriation, and it's just like, it's a good sandwich. No, it's a good sandwich. I have pistachios and wine. And
I've got a big
a
chip
lot
back,
of
that's what I'm
beef
saying.
jerky. We have a lot of beef jerky. Michael did not take any beef jerky.
Okay.
Okay, keep interviewing.
Alright.
No, sorry.
Alright, what do you think of the leaders of New York City and the elite?
Yo, I used to know a lot of the people on the Upper East Side. I live on the Upper East Side. I used to go to school there. Honestly, I think they all get lost in their own business, and they all end up really sad.
Get lost in the business and then
Not all, okay, a lot of them. Many of them get too obsessed with like what's happening around them, and you don't take time to
And the
remember who
material.
you are. Yeah.
the materialism of life can be overwhelming and consecrate bad values and bad forms of judgment that are catalysts to the de-evolution of human society and culture and race. What we see ourselves as a race. How are we the human race rather than one race, two race, three race, five race? It's bullshit. We're one race, the human race.
Okay, exactly.
We need to band together and I'm finding people.
Think about this, because
values. and great
we're
judgment.
one race, we're the human race, and if you really want to break it down between skin colors, those are species, yo.
Yeah.
Like how
Species.
animals, like there's
Exactly.
like one squirrel
black and
squirrels,
one.
and then there's like black squirrels.
I know, and they chase
these
each other
squirrels,
around.
Those squirrels, yeah, and they're all just different species of squirrels. We're just different species of people. If you really want to break it down like that.
You think the squirrels
everyone-
segregate each other?
No, I don't think so. But like everyone's come out of a vagina or a C-section. You know, we're all from the same place, so no one is actually born superior to anyone else. People with superiority complexes, I don't understand.
Do you think that impacts the society? Superiority
yes, of
complex?
course it does. If people realized that everyone was equal, that no life is worth more than anyone else's, it would be a really different world, yo.
But what about people who initiate and become leaders?
Then good for them. They're most likely a Capricorn or a Leo.
Oh, you think so? You believe in astrology?
Yeah, some of it.
Okay, I'd like to talk about something. Are you homeless?
No, I'm not.
You're not. Okay, so I'm glad that you don't suffer some of the stigmatisms that your friends do. How do you feel about hanging out with homeless people? I know that when I hang out with homeless people,
they're fucking dope.
I'm looked down upon. What do you think about that?
Yo,
By
since-
reasons you're guilty of being homeless.
Nah, yo. Since ninth grade, I would get pissed off with my friends, and I would just go chill with homeless people in my neighborhood and just talk to them about problems. And they knew me better than my own friends did.
Takes a village.
And then I used to always talk about it, and people would be like, haha, no you don't. And I'd be like, yeah, haha, maybe I really don't. But like then reality check, like I took a moment and I was like bringing my friend around. She's like, who are we gonna go meet? And I was like, oh, we're coming to the park right now. And then I was like, yo, friends. And they're like, oh, Nina, those are your friends. Wow. And I was like, yeah, they're fucking dope. Like, you're fantastic.
I mean, they seem, they're really good people to talk to, and honestly, they're probably the most
They're
open people in
fantastic.
society. Probably the most open people in society that will listen to you and just sit down and have a chat. I've got all the time in the world, you know. So it's great to talk to these people, and I learned that a lot of people become really defensive and really sort of uncomfortable in society when they're stigmatized. And do you feel uncomfortable in society because of your stigmatisms?
No.
No?
Like, I consider myself whatever it is called, like, non-binary. I thought it was gender fluid. I just like being me. It's not fun trying to not be yourself because, like, that's mad work, yo.
Yeah.
And the worst feeling is when you are being yourself and there you know someone who's similar to you and you're like, oh my god, am I copying them? But then you're like, no, it's okay. It's
Now
just,
it's the ego playing on itself.
it's just, there's very limited amount of things that can happen. There's gajillions of us. Oh my god.
What do you desire the most in life?
Satisfaction.
That is the one thing you desire the most?
Like to be content. Things. You're not necessarily ever gonna be happy, but to be content. To bring that comfort of like a home, of like a Saturday morning watching Looney Tunes with your parents in bed.
Hopefully
Like
it falls into the realm of normal, right?
like safety and warmth and comfort, that love feeling. I want to bring that to everyone who I can and like make them all feel safe.
And how do you bring it to them?
I don't know, man.
Through hugs? Comfort?
Lately I've been a very huggy person, I have to say. But like in general, I just think I don't know. I just try to send that energy towards them.
So you make them aware.
Because I hate the feeling of like not being wanted, you know, it's gross. So I tend to find like the little like stragglers of the pack that we're with, and then by the end of the night I'm with like the lost boys of the pack, and I'm Peter Pan. It says Peter Pan and the Lost Boys, essentially.
It's a great story. It's a cool way of looking at it.
Yeah, and I think when I finally mature, I'll be Robin Hood.
Is that how you see yourself in the future?
Yeah, but Robin Hood in a circus, and I'm traveling everywhere with robot animals and hologram animals and squirrels. I am a squirrel.
Well, she's a squirrel, and I'm a squirrel, and we're squirrels, and sheep,
You're a squirrel
and
too.
people that just are sheeple, kind of, in a way, and we just need to figure out how to band together and be the most confident, great, kind of lovable sheeple there are. And so we were here to talk with Alex. Hopefully she can spread some wisdom about how to be happy and how we can move forth with our stigmatism, move past our stigmatism, and understand we're part of the pack here. We gotta pack together and be good people.
Oh,
Dig
wait,
that.
what do you want to...
And dig that, Paddywhack. We've got Normal here right now with us today. And,
You call me normal?
We've got normality here, right? This is
Yeah,
normal.
normality!
Yay for
No,
normality!
yo, that
but
fucking sucks.
at the same time,
this
it's
is normal. What the fuck is
I
everyone
don't
else?
know. Is that normal? No, not really. But we've got some troubles going on anyway.
Maybe the abnormal is not knowing that you're weird. Oh shit. That fucked me up.
All right. Thanks, Alex.
That was a great interview. Thanks a
Yeah.
lot.
Peace in the Middle East, dude.
I piss in the Middle East.
It's not called that anymore.
Wait, really? What is it called then? You're the Middle East. Shut up. No, you're not. That would be a horrible thing. Alright. No, it wouldn't. I'm just being horrible. The next one.